Hi, I'm Randall Lotzenheiser with Atlanta In-Town Real Estate Services, and today I'm going to talk about the weather in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta is a very mild climate, and the nice thing about it, though, is that we still have four very distinct seasons. Right now, we're in spring, and so you can see the picture behind me is of Piedmont Park. I took it this morning in the park when I was walking the dogs. Um, you can see it's mid-March, and you can see that I think you can see a little bit of wisteria blooming. The dogwoods are starting to bloom. The trees are starting to leaf out. The maple trees are starting to bloom with those little helicopter things that come down off of them. The oak trees are starting to bloom. Everything is blooming, and it is absolutely beautiful, including the azaleas, dogwoods. I mean, everything is blooming. The downside to everything blooming is all of the pollen. And the thing is, this time of year, you get into the car and you start to drive away, and then a whole cloud of pollen blows off of your car. The thing about it is you're also breathing all that pollen. So if you have allergies, not a great time of year to be in Atlanta. But a lot of people take their allergy medicine and they're fine. So the spring is absolutely beautiful. The weather is beautiful right now, mid-March. Days are getting up into the 60s and 70s. Nights can still get down into the 30s, so it can still be kind of cool. There's a freeze warning coming up, and actually, the biggest blizzard that we ever had in Atlanta was on March 13th. So, February and March, that's when spring comes in, but it also can be still a little bit wintry. You can be pretty assured of good weather starting in about April. And with that starts coming the festivals in the park, which is a lot of fun. The Dogwood Festival is probably the first big festival that comes to Piedmont Park in the summertime. Then coming about June is when summer usually starts, and summer in June is really beautiful. And it stays very nice. It starts getting a little bit humid more as the summer goes on, and in August and well, July and August, it starts getting really humid. And Atlanta is really close to a temperate rainforest, which is just north in the Appalachian Mountains. So it's very common in the summertime for a day to be hot and humid and get hotter as the day goes on. And then in late afternoon, a thunderstorm will come through and it will either cool it down or it will make it even more humid. But the good thing about that is every place has air conditioning in Atlanta. I can't think of any place that doesn't have air conditioning anymore. And when you are looking at houses in Atlanta, all houses have central air conditioning, and with a two-story house, you're going to have two systems, one on the main floor, one on the upstairs. And the bigger the house, the more systems you have. But the inside of the houses are all very comfortable in the summer and in the winter. So fall starts coming around late September or like early October, and the humidity starts to go away. And it stays in the 70s and 80s, but with no humidity, and stays just beautiful weather, crystal blue skies, really, really nice. And it stays nice until really November, December. It can still be really nice in December. I've had lots of Thanksgiving dinners out on the deck. It stays that nice out. Then December is when winter starts, and the coldest part of the winter is January. It can go into February also. Um, but winter really isn't that cold. It gets down to freezing and it gets below freezing. And occasionally we'll have snow, but we don't have snow every year. When we have snow, it's fun because it's just it's beautiful, it's fun, it's really a holiday. So when we have snow, we just declare a snow day. Um, I see on the news the rest of the country makes fun of Atlanta when we have snow, but the reason that we really don't do anything about it is because when it snows and you have ice even less than one time a year, you really don't have ice trucks or salt trucks or snow plows or anything to get rid of it because it really doesn't make sense to have them. So we just shut down the city and have fun. We go sledding in the park, just have a holiday. The grocery stores, if there's even the threat of snow, you need to get to the grocery if you want any bread or milk because they just get sold out. And that's kind of funny because who, who eats bread and drinks milk? Anyway, probably a lot of people do. Um, But so then winter ends usually it's winter in January, good solid winter in January, and then February it starts to get warm. It can get warm either in February or March, and that's when the weather starts to get warm again, and it can get up into the 60s and 70s very easily, and it can still get down into the 30s, and it can still freeze. The real estate market kind of follows the same season. When it starts to get warm, people say, when does the spring market kick in? Well, the spring market kicks in when it starts to get warm. That can be either in February or March. And the market stays really strong until it starts to get really hot in July. And then people don't like to really look at houses when it's too hot out. And a lot of people go on vacation that time of year. So the market starts to slow down in July. August really slows down. Then it starts to pick up again after Memorial Day. The thing is, there's a brief period after, I'm sorry, after Labor Day. There was a brief period after Labor Day, uh, probably the month of September, the month of October, when we have a good amount of activity. But if you put your house on the market at that time, it's got to be in perfect condition. It's got to be perfectly priced because you've just got a small window of time to sell. And then when it starts to get cold, the market cools down. There's still people looking. It's not like there's nobody looking, but there aren't as many people. And then it picks up again when the weather gets warm. So in the spring, if you put your house on the market, that's when a lot of people get aggressive with their price or get optimistic with their price, and they because they have time to reduce the price. If you put it on in February and the price is too high, you can reduce the price in March or April, and then you still got a good selling season ahead to sell it. If you put your house on the market after Labor Day, you've really just got 60 days there to sell the house. So it's got to be in perfect condition and perfectly priced, or you're going to probably end up taking it off the market for the holidays and putting it back on in the springtime. So I hope I've answered some questions for you. If you like the channel, please subscribe below and like it and come back for more information. Thanks.